Welcome, Middlers, to the Medium in the Middle podcast. My name is Stephanie, and I take you on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual exploration. I am a Reiki Master Teacher, a spiritual and business mentor, and of course, a psychic medium. And I am here to share my story and help you tap into your extraordinary abilities. Join me every Wednesday as we dive into the realms of intuition, energy healing, and all things mystical. Whether you're a seasoned spiritual seeker or just dipping your toes into the magical waters, this podcast is your go-to source for inspiration, guidance, and a whole lot of lessons and laughter along the way. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 237. My name is Stephanie. I am the medium in the middle. And I am recording this on my birthday. So happy birthday to all the other Libras out there. It's our season. I was going to ignore my birthday this year because I'm old. Then my best friend decided to book a flight about 4 days before my birthday and come see me from Toronto. And then 2 other friends tried to surprise me. And then now we're doing the whole thing. And it's been interesting being a psychic when people try to surprise you. I hate surprises, number one. But I also tell people not to surprise me. So I had 2 friends trying to change a reservation. And I texted them instantly. I was like, what are you doing? I know you're up to something. And then this morning I was at brunch and I was with my best friend. And I was like, someone's sending me flowers. I'm going to get a flower notification delivery. Sure enough, I came home and I got the notification. So just a reminder, you can't surprise psychics. We know. So this week I want to talk about the increasing amount of people who have been messaging me about retaking a Reiki course. And if they should, how do they know their Reiki course was good enough? They took a course but don't feel confident. Their course was 2 hours. Their course didn't have this. It didn't have that. They didn't show them this. It didn't have them that. And I've been getting almost daily messages about this. So I wanted to make a podcast episode to help you around if you should retake a Reiki course, or if you are thinking about taking a Reiki course, how to make sure you choose a good one the first time. So we'll just start quickly with a few announcements. We are moving into November Reiki trainings. I can't believe the end of the year is in sight. So the next Reiki Level 2 is November 9th and 10th. And the next Reiki Level 1 is November 23rd and 24th. All the October courses are sold out. So if you are wanting to learn Reiki this year, you have November and December, folks. So if it was on your to-do list, make sure you save your spot. I will leave all the links you need for Reiki courses down below. And then if you are a small business owner of any size, if you have a side hustle, if you want to start a small business, if you just want to make more money than you are right now, my famous business workshop is coming up on October 26th. You can be making $500 in your business, $1,000, $5,000, $20,000, $80,000. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. You just have to want to make more. So if you want to make more money in 2025 than you did in 2024, this workshop is for you. It's 3 hours and you do get the replay and you get so many resources to teach you how to learn your numbers, how to plan for the new year, how to reflect on 2024. I know I've said this before, but these exact strategies helped me grow my business last year by 38%. Just to put that in perspective, think about an almost 40% raise. And I worked less. So that didn't happen by accident. That happened by planning very strategically. And I want to help you plan so that you can make more money in your business. I always say I'm a great Reiki master, I'm a great mentor, I'm great at Psyche, but what makes me successful is I'm a good business lady. I have a very good business mind. I'm very business focused. That's why I have a fully sold out spiritual business. I work 6 days a week. I'm booking 6 weeks in advance. All these things do not happen by accident. All my courses don't sell out just on their own. So if you are thinking about it, make sure you sign up, commit the time. You need the hours. Those 3 hours of that masterclass is also just the beginning. You're going to work on this all through November as well. You need to start planning for 2025 like now, like yesterday. Even late October is late, but just with timing of how this all falls. So I'll leave the link down below, and it will also bring you to everything that's included in the Business Masterclass. And the nice fancy name that I gave it this year is the Strategic Business Planning Masterclass, happening on Saturday, October 26th from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's 3 hours, but you can watch it back and take your time. You can catch the replay, whatever works for you. I will see you in class. Okay, let's talk about retaking Reiki courses, because I get a lot of messages of people asking something along the lines of, I took a Reiki course 10 years ago. Do I have to retake a course? I took a Reiki course, but it was only 3 hours. Is that enough? I took a Reiki course, but I don't feel very confident. Should I retake a course? I took a Reiki course, but I didn't learn the things that you talk about. Did I learn wrong? And my answer to this is always, I cannot speak to someone else's training. I can't tell you your training wasn't enough, it wasn't good, they didn't do the attunements properly, they didn't give you enough attunements. I have no say over that. What I can tell you is what I do and what I know from my trainings. And I can't speak badly about anyone else's trainings when I don't know what they're doing. So there is no one else that is going to be able to tell you whether or not your training was enough or good enough, or did they do it properly. Unfortunately, Reiki is an unregulated industry, which means anyone can teach anything. So that can be a very scary thing when people aren't doing it properly, or they aren't holding to certain standards, or they don't know what we don't know. So I can always just tell you about my courses and what I do, and then you can compare what you learned to what I do, and then decide for yourself if you feel set up. But the other thing that I also want to mention is there are so many different types of Reiki. So a lot of the traditions that we do in Usui Reiki, for example, Usui Holy Fire doesn't do it the same way. So if you learned Usui Holy Fire, you might have a few things that are different. It's still very similar. It's like same, but a little different. So if you are searching for a Reiki course, what I would recommend is to do your research. And this is what you are looking for. Number one, it should be a couple $100. $300, $400, $250 at the lowest. And it should be 2 days. The longer, the better. I don't know how you learn anything in 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. That's not enough time. My courses are 8.5 hours minimum, and I could not make them 5 minutes shorter if I tried. So in order for you to be taught something, to practice, to ask questions, to learn, to relearn, to review, to add on the next layers, that takes time. So realistically, you're looking for something that's at least 2 days, 4 hours each day, 5 hours each day. And when it comes to your Reiki Master Teacher, you want to know about them. I would highly recommend you book a Reiki session with them. Do you like how they do Reiki? Do you like them personally? Do you like how they teach? Do you like their methods? Do you like how they view things? Do you like how they do things? Also, what is their experience? How long have they been a Reiki master? Do they still do Reiki? I know lots of people who teach Reiki that don't even do Reiki. I'm very lucky that Reiki is my full-time job. I do it all day, every day. And I teach it twice a month, minimum. In 2023, I taught 28 Reiki courses. I've taught virtually more than 90 times, and almost every single course is sold out. I have over 450 students. I have master students. I teach level 1, level 2, level 3. I think another problem that people run into is that they realize that their master doesn't teach masters. So then I have a lot of people asking me if I'll master them. And I can't master you if I don't know what you learned in level 1 and level 2. And I only know what you learned in level 1 and level 2 if you were in my course. I also have a lot of teachers that I've heard who don't teach distance Reiki because they don't do distance Reiki. They're not comfortable with distance Reiki. They don't teach distance Reiki, so it's not included in their course. My distance Reiki portion of my level 2 is more than an hour and a half lesson. I don't know how you can be a Reiki master and not teach distance Reiki. That blows my mind. But we are unregulated. Anyone can teach anything. So if they're not comfortable, maybe they don't teach it. Another common thing is around the homework. Your classes should have homework. And your homework should include a lot of practice. To give you an idea, my Reiki level 2, I say, okay, everyone, go practice 50 hours of in-person Reiki and 50 hours of distance Reiki. And I want you to keep notes on all of that. And during these 50 hours, you're building your confidence. You're building your experience. You're memorizing the steps. You're memorizing the symbols. You're memorizing the hand positions. You're getting into your flow. That takes 50 times of practice. Not 3, not 5, not 7, not once a month for a year. 50. You are also not charging money on Monday after the course. A realistic timeline for when you're done your 50 hours of practice is about 6 to 9 months. Again, are you practicing 3 times a week? Are you practicing once a week? Because once a week to get to 50 is a year. There's 52 weeks in a year. You're only practicing once a week. That means that it's going to take you a year to get all your practice sessions in. Even at twice a week, that's 6 months. That's half a year. So these things take time, and if someone is giving you an unrealistic timeline, if someone is telling you you don't need to practice, if someone is telling you you can start charging on Monday, in my opinion, those things are all not true, which is why you need to do your research. It is very normal and okay for you to ask questions of your teacher, for you to ask about the course, for you to ask what's included, for you to ask for testimonials, for you to ask how long the person's been teaching, for you to ask about their experience with Reiki, for you to book a session with them and see what you like and not like, and ask while you're doing the session any other questions that you might have. Yeah, my first question to any course that is under 6 hours would be, why is your course so short? Is there any practice time? What homework do you provide? What can I expect to feel confident with at the end of this course? And the last 2 points that I want to talk about are, number 1, if you are messaging me or anyone else, questioning your training, not feeling set up for success, feeling like you don't have all the information, feeling like your course was too short, if you are having these questions, then that probably means that you weren't given all the information that you needed in that course. Again, that's not your fault. You don't know what you don't know. But if you're feeling like you have to relearn, then maybe you do. But no one else is going to be able to confirm that for you because no one else was in that course. So it's very difficult to say, oh yeah, you didn't learn that. That's not good enough. Take another course. But I would say if you're questioning it, there is no harm in retaking a course. There's no harm in learning again and making sure that you feel confident, you have all your questions answered. The next thing I want to mention is more about Reiki Masters. So a Reiki Master is a Reiki Master Teacher. We are your teacher. We are your teacher forever. We are not just your teacher Saturday, Sunday of the course. So you should be able to go to them with your questions. You should be able to email them. You should be able to send them a voice note and ask for feedback. If you're not feeling confident about something, you should feel comfortable going to your Reiki master. They should have set up that relationship with you to be like, hey, after class, if you ever need anything, please contact me. I'm always here for you. You can always reach out to me. So I have a lot of people reaching out to me asking questions, and usually my first answer is, I'm not sure because I wasn't in your course. You should ask your Reiki master. I can't answer that. You should ask your Reiki master. You're building a relationship between the student and the teacher. So my students are encouraged, highly encouraged to message me, email me, let me know what you're up to. I always say, I like to hear from you. I'm not just saying that. Let me know if you have any Reiki questions. Let me know your wins. Let me know if you just want to double check something. But there is that relationship there where you are in constant communication so that if you are struggling in 6 months, you can still reach out to your master and ask a question. So, in short, do you ever have to retake a Reiki course? Well, that is up to you. That is up to what you feel you need. Do you still have a lot of questions? Do you feel confident? Do you have all the information you need? It's never harmful to relearn. I always tell my students that take courses with me, once you are attuned to Reiki, you are attuned for life. So I always say you don't need more attunements. You don't need a touch up. You don't need to do this again. If you want to relearn, you can always relearn. But I know in my courses, you have received everything you need. You have been given all the things I wish I knew in level 1. You have been given all the lessons that took me 2 years to learn. I'm going to tell you in 15 minutes. So you don't have to take 2 years to learn. We talk about boundaries. We talk about energetic clearing. We talk about discernment. There are so many things that I have added to my courses that I wish were in my course. I took a level 1 that was only 5 hours in one day, and there left a lot for me to figure out on my own. I did take multiple Reiki courses because I didn't feel like I received all the information. So it's kind of one of those journeys that you go along and you figure out until you feel confident. So just know that the only person that can answer, do you need to retake a Reiki course, is you. And if you're feeling like you need to, there's no harm. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that gave you some more information if you're thinking about taking a Reiki course. Whether you're thinking about taking mine or anyone else's, do your research, ask for the course outline, get to know your teacher, ask their experience, see if they actually do Reiki. How many sessions of Reiki do they do a week would be a great question to ask, because if it's once a month and they're teaching you, you need someone in the game. You need someone who's doing this. And this falls for any in-person sessions or virtual sessions. I get asked all the time, how can you learn online? How can I learn online? How do I learn Reiki online? And I am so happy to give you all the reasons why you can learn online. My short little answer is, for one, level 1 is all about you. So you are practicing on yourself. You're learning about your own energy. So it's nice that you're in the comfort of your own home and you have the opportunity to practice on yourself and do everything we need to do together. Level 2, you have to bring in a volunteer to practice on, and I have videos for you that anything I can't show you from sitting in a computer chair, I've made a video for you in my Reiki room, and you get to keep those videos and you get to watch them as many times as you want. So I think it's great for different types of learning, because if we were in person, you would see me show it to you one time. But because we're virtual, I show it to you one time, but then you get to keep the video that you can watch as many times as you want forever and ever. So it's really nice if you are a slower learner, if you digest things differently. You have all of the resources there for you, and then it's everything and more because it's virtual. So that's what I have for you this week, Middlers. I hope that is helpful for anyone considering retaking a Reiki course or thinking about, what do I do? How do I know? I can talk about Reiki all day, every day. I love it so much. But until next Wednesday, Middlers, when I see you in your ears, I hope you have a wonderful week. Please subscribe. I release new episodes every Wednesday. And I would love a rating and a review on the podcast. It would be a great birthday present. See you next week. Bye.